What kind of accuracy can we get out of a Bergara BA 13? Okay, so we went up to the range, and where are we? So this was the first shot. So this was the very first shot, and so that might be a fouling effect. And these two ended up firing higher though, so I don't know. Maybe it was me. But anyway, those two are nice and tight looking. And that's 44 grains of 4064. Now I had a few more rounds of that, but I didn't want to run out of it because it was showing like some improvement compared to what I'd been shooting for before, which was over a minute, well over a minute, sort of a minute and a half. And you couldn't get any more of this in the country, but you can now. I've just noticed on the internet, so I will get more of that because that looked promising. Yeah, that was the next, and I did fire 4 shots of that, but go figure. I don't know what happened. Maybe they went high, I don't know. I'm not too sure, but anyway, not something I'd try and repeat really. So it's 46 grains of 2208. It wasn't a compressed load, but it was fairly full. And then we used some more 2208 and also Varget. Now Varget is supposedly the same as 2208. Now these were the next group of 4 shots I did. Yeah. So where are we? So yeah, it looks like there, and there. So that's sort of a group, and that was 44.5 and 45.5 of 2208 was down here. So it looked like less velocity, didn't it? But about the same size group. And the next one was 45 grains of Varget, which is in between the two. And since the two are supposedly supposed to be the same, you'd imagine you'd have the same result out of both of them, and that tightened up. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. So that's basically half the size of those ones. So, and that's, you know, well under an inch. So as I said, I felt it would be an inch shooter. So 45 grains of Varget, or perhaps even 2208. It looks promising. So you could go up and down from there with, you know, 0.1 of a grain and see if I could even improve on that, but it's looking better. Yep. The other component on the reloading, I used a Lee neck sizing collet die. It's really easy. You just basically run the press up to the top, and when it contacts the bottom of the Lee die, you screw the die in 2 turns according to the instructions, and tightening up there and fire away. The main thing I think is to get the same amount of pressure on the handle each time, because that varies the tension on the neck, I've noticed, and you've got to have at least 25 pounds, so you've got to put a fair amount of pressure on it. There's not a lot of instructions, but it's dead easy, and it's a lot faster than full length sizing, that's for sure. So yeah, it's less harder on your brass as well, because you aren't really fussing around with the shoulder or anything like that, so there's really not much stretching or stress going on with the brass. Well, so the other influencing factors are obviously the primers used, so those were just 200 large primers from CCI, and yeah, and the other main factor, of course, is the projectile, which was a 180 grain round-nosed Pro Hunter from Sierra, which I figure is very good at dispatching what it hits, which is the main thing. rather than a long range projectile, for me anyway.